Welcome back. This is still News Today on Africa Television, and we are focusing now on the conversation segment where we are going to be looking at the federal government new proposal to replace the 663 system of education with 12 grades. Now, this proposal was announced by the Minister of Education and are now at the 2025 Extraordinary National Council on Education, the NNC meeting. The proposed 12-4 model aims to enhance learning continuity, reduce dropout rates, and equip students with essential vocational and digital skills. Now, if this is implemented, students will complete 12 years of basic education before advancing into higher education, with 16 years set as the minimum entry age for tertiary institution. Now, joining me to discuss this proposal reform with a focus on Enugu Smart Green School is Dr. Chinyere Onyeisi, Special Advisor to the Governor on Education Innovation and Director of Experiential Learning, Enugu Smart School, Owo Campus. Thank you so much for joining me on the program.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Now, let's go straight into it. Before we focus on the smart school here in Enugu State, can you tell us your thoughts on this proposal?
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I think the program is going to be an amazing program, considering the fact that if basic education become uninterrupted, it will help to curb so many vices in the society, like dropout rate and child labor and the rest of them. But I know this is still a proposal, so it has not been implemented, and we'll be emphasizing more on this because it has not been implemented yet. But even at that, Enugu State has taken a lead on that. Enugu State has started an amazing program, a very comprehensive program that is developing the children to the level that basic education is inclusive and also encompassing other aspects of education. Considering what Enugu State has, the Smart School Initiative, Enugu State has basic education now and also expanded it to the level of integrating early years because they know the importance of foundational classes. So it's important for us to understand the plan of Enugu State because that holistic plan can take the children to the next level.
Okay, now before we dive into the holistic plan of Enugu Smart School, you mentioned something about not interrupting the 12-year basic education of children because it will save us from dropouts and other things. But I would like us to look into the dropout style. Now, most of the times, this dropout is as a result of finances, the family not being able to afford it, right? So does it mean that when you're in an interrupted or uninterrupted 12 years, that somebody cannot drop out, a student cannot drop out when the finances is low for their parents?
If it is basic education fully approved and become uninterrupted, then it's going to be free.
Okay.
Then the issue of poverty will not be a problem there, and children will not just get up and drop out to school. There are so many reasons why students drop out along the line. It could be that they couldn't afford to pay the school fees, especially from the higher level of the basic. So, but when it is uninterrupted and become a policy in Nigeria, then you find out that most of this might not be challenges again. Yeah.
Now, let's look at it from this path as well. I know for me personally, there is this excitement that comes with, okay, I'm getting done with primary school, I'm writing my first school living certificate, I'm now going into JSS3, going into JSS1, I'm writing junior YC. You know, there's this excitement that comes to looking up to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. But do you think it will be easy to still engage students in this uninterrupted level of education? Do you think that the students will still have that excitement and be engaged throughout the 12th grade style without feeling a kind of there's this excitement that comes with those bridges, like I'm done with this particular standard, I'm going to this next standard. So with 12 years uninterrupted, do you think that kind of engagement and excitement will still be within the children?
Yes, it will still be within the children because the children will be focused, because when you are looking up to the next target, you are still in the school system. So you don't have that plan to go and do what other things you want to do. you have limited number of days and time in school, so you're looking forward to complete that basic education before moving into another area. Yes.
All right, now, so you talked about the holistic plan of Enugu Smart School. Can you walk us through the holistic plan?
Well, Enugu Smart School initiative is an amazing package, and one thing Enugu's educational system focused more attention in is to handle some factors that has been limiting our educational system. And one of those factors are inadequate infrastructure. Another factor is most often teachers don't get professional development. And again, you find out that curriculum is not updated, and then so many other things. So, but what the system started from is to make sure that they work effectively to put those things in the right direction first. Now, in terms of infrastructure, the Smart Green School the state government is building is coming with an amazing structure that will contain so many things the children need to survive. And when the school is comprehensive with all those infrastructures the children need, then they can compete with their contemporaries anywhere in the world. In Enugu Smart School, they have infrastructure like interactive boards where the teachers and students can interact effectively, and the students understand when those interactive boards are used to teach them, because it makes learning more realistic and relevant, and also concretize abstract ideas. So teachers can, when they are teaching, integrate so many content while teaching. They can bring in video in their classes. They can link up to other resources that can make teaching and learning more realistic and relevant. So that is one aspect. Apart from infrastructure, there are other things they need, like uninterrupted power supply in the school, uninterrupted internet access. With that internet access, the children will go into the net and research on so many concepts that they need to do. These are challenges that face our children. They might want to research something, but there is no data for them to move on and do all those things. Then talking about the teachers' professional development, there are ongoing processes in that aspect, and our teachers are getting ready to be onboarded in the Smart Green School. And before you go in, considering the fact that the teachers are coming from the old conventional setting, before you go in, the teachers will undergo several trainings that will prepare them very well to go into the classes so that they can now teach effectively using those modern technology we're using. Then another aspect is talking about the curriculum. Enugu State did not have that capacity to change Nigerian curriculum just like that. But what we did is that we concentrated in reforming that curriculum, making it to be in line with the trend. And following the trend, you know that technology innovation is rendering so many things obsolete. What our children are learning in school today are becoming obsolete as they are in the class. That artificial intelligence has already changed those things, because this is a machine that remodeling itself every three months. So what we're trying to do now is to integrate AI in that curriculum to make sure the children are following the trend. They are not being departed from that everyday trend, because it's moving in an unprecedented speed. So in Enugu State, the curriculum has been expanded to the level that it is holistic. We have integrated those things the children need, and also make it to be very robust, but Nigerian curriculum.
Yes. So are you saying that Enugu Smart School is adopting the 12th grade system of education, or will still maintain the 633 till the federal government implements, if it's going to be implemented?
Like I said, Enugu State is already in the lead on that aspect. Even not just limiting to 12 years uninterrupted, they also integrated early years. Early years. What I mean by early years is the nursery areas, which is the foundational area. It's also part of the Enugu educational structure. Okay. Then
Okay, so I would like to ask this final question. I have a concern, and the concern is sustainability. and continuity. This whole program is very beautiful. It's something we are interested in, and everybody wants to learn and continue with the trend. But are there plans for sustainability and continuity even after this administration is done, so that we don't abandon these schools and go back to the one we are trying to come out from?
Yes, there will be sustainability, but I want you to understand that the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step, and there are usually ups and downs when things are beginning to come to the to a certain stage.
Yeah.
So, but one thing I'm very sure is that the impact on the children cannot be underestimated, and when those children are when the society is seeing the impact on the children, I don't think we can just decide to. I mean, we can neglect the impact of this smart school.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You've actually elaborated everything I'm very sure most people didn't know about the smart school, and it's something we are looking so forward to as it continues to unfold. Thank you so much. Okay.
Can I add? Okay, and other things that can also come into sustainability. There are also, we're trying to make community to take ownership of the school. Okay. Because when community take ownership of the school and their own children are the students in that school, I know all who work very hard to make sure that school is being sustained.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, and that's the much we can take on the news this afternoon. Many thanks for staying tuned. Do well to follow us on all social media platforms at Afia TV Official. I am Ogochukwu Osai. Good afternoon.